making samples of the Hay Bay Snarky bar. Okay, so after our hands are clean, I got this washcloth damp. I'm gonna set it underneath of where I want to use my cutting board. And that's to keep it from sliding around when you put pressure on it. So when you put pressure on it, it stays in the same spot. Okay, so my battery died and I had to charge it, so things look a little different. I'm gonna grab another washcloth. Okay. Let's put some gloves on. Now we're going to use our rubbing alcohol and sanitize. Okay, and once this is dry, we can open up our Snarky bar and get started. Okay, this is pretty dry. Go ahead and open up. And there's one more piece of equipment I need. I've got this little measuring thing from my sewing stuff. Just gonna sanitize that. So I'm gonna cut this in half this way and then into samples that way. And I just wanted to use this to kind of measure where I want to cut. Now, a lot of people have said you don't need to heat the Snarky bar up to cut it. It cuts like butter by itself, so I'm gonna find out. That was really nice, actually. Okay, so now I've got them in 2 halves. Okay, so at first I had been marking down the side of the entire half, how wide I wanted to make these slices, and that was taking forever. So I finally discovered this method where I hold a little ruler up there and slice just each little slice, and it was significantly faster for me. So maybe that method could work for you. Okay, and hopefully I ended up with about 20. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I'm going to cut this in half and keep that for me, and then these are going to be samples, and we'll come back later and I'll show you how I sample these up. Okay, so I have a flat iron set on the lowest setting, and I showed you what we're looking for. So with this one, you can see that it looks pretty well sealed. This one looks like it got melted. So when you're heat sealing, you just want to clamp down and unclamp. This I held for less than a second. So I held down, unclamped. So down, off, down, off. This is what we're looking for. It looks more professional. And I've tried cutting these bags in half, but they're just too small to seal. So I'm going to have to use a full-size bag to seal one of these little chunks. They're a little chunk of Snarky bar sample here. So just gonna pop that in there, and you just want to hold it for a second, less than a second. So just down and off, and see, even that was too much. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see if it'll focus. See how that looks all scrunched up? That was too long. So, I mean, it's sealed, but it doesn't look that great. So hopefully I'll do better on this next one. Trying to avoid touching the edges. Okay, let's see how I do. That looks better, but still not great. And then I kind of squished it while it was still warm. That was my fault. Okay. Each one you do, you're gonna get a little bit better. Okay, got our sample in there. See, that was better. See how much better that is than the other one? Okay. So now I'm just gonna go and do all of these, and this is the size that I'm left with to try for myself.